there are a lot of openings still. So in these kind of situations, you have to be very aware of the fact that if you already had a different strategy, it's very difficult to make
to switch.
yeah,
from
to
strategy.
switch from strategy and make it work.
So it is really that the first 10 moves are
Yes.
deciding how the game goes.
Yeah, they're the fundamentals of what will happen. Of course, you can always experiment and try different things, and it's not like the course of the game is already, it's solidified, or it will have to be a certain way. But yeah, it shows something about how it will continue. So yeah, this would be a bit, yeah.
Okay, but you said black played
Yeah,
this
black
one,
played over here.
and he hopes that white will react on this.
Yes, yeah, white has to react to this move.
Why has?
Well, if white doesn't, for example, white plays here or something,
Yeah.
then black hanes, and this move completely gets, banished. It's very painful. This kind of hane.
But I would say, okay, you made this move, but black played 2 moves, so white get 2 moves somewhere.
Yes. Well, this move helps towards the center, which is 1. This exchange is locally very, very bad for white, and black is also still aiming for Ajin with this stone.
Yes.
So this will, if this is very strong, then there are
He
again,
can extend again. Okay.
there are all kinds of possibilities again. So yeah,
So
sometimes it's nice to exchange 1 stone for 2, because it will be, you can play 3 moves somewhere else. But in this case, if you play something like this, and then you neglect it, it's completely useless.
Okay.
Because this shows that the center is very important, which it also is at this moment of the game. So you have to come back. So you would expect this one or this, but this locally reinforces this area
Very
again.
clear.
So now, what does black do? Well, black has some shape issues, because there later might still be a cut if white gets stronger here. So
Okay, black plays here.
you might expect this, but then it will be easier for white to go into the
Just
center.
play here.
Playing here
It's too small.
is too small locally.
Okay.
So white would just try to go into the center, I think, something like this, or even just play somewhere else. He would have 2 moves here for free. That might help him later.
Okay.
So this locally is, helps to make shape and to destroy this weakness here, the cutting point. But the cut is not realistic anyway at this point, at this moment.
Because of this.
Exactly. Because of that Ajin that I showed earlier, so you don't have to reinforce this, but you want to go through here.
Okay. So you place now immediately here.
No, first black played here. This is a sente move.
Because white has to play here.
Yeah, white has to react. Otherwise.
But
all
now
these points
this
will-
weakness is gone. Now the cut comes in.
Yes.
So I would say that's not a good move because.
Well, you might think so, but the cut, this locally is very strong by black.
Yeah.
So if white cuts, it will be one
For this,
problem.
yeah.
It will only be to attack this group, and that group can go everywhere because the center is still, it's open. So if white would cut, there would be no problem. Black would just go out, and this stone would look a bit silly because it can't really attack black. Even if white extends like this is not in serious danger. Black still has nice moves to make a base here and to threaten to connect his 2 groups. So here white can't really do much, and this is out into the center. So now these 2 stones are, and these 2, both of them look silly.
Okay.
Without a purpose. So cutting here immediately is not an option, but it's true that this will generate more possibilities here later.
Yes.
So why does black play here and not immediately like this, like you said? That's actually very interesting.
I have no clue why.
Yeah, it's also something that Q players might really like to think about these kind of ideas, because this locally looks like the normal move.
Yes,
Right, it's
I
very
would
simple.
say I could play here and
Yeah.
capture these stones, for example.
So
And I'm faster to
Mhm.
this area.
Well, the problem with this move is that white is trying to make something in the center at this point. So if you play here, white will immediately take this point. It looks very nice. Everything is connected, and this suddenly becomes really nice and strong.
So he would simply sacrifice these 2 stones.
No, it's very difficult to, even when you get this move, to
Yeah.
take these stones. Because, for example, like you said, if you play here,
Yeah.
then white can just connect underneath. There's no problem there.
Hmm.
Do you see that? So
Yeah.
maybe you can, for example, capture this one stone, but it's like 3 or 4 points, for nothing more. The value is very low. So even if black would want to capture these stones, for example, white would ignore, then locally black would spend 2 moves in an area where he was already strong to capture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, maybe 10 points and have a little bit influence on this side, a little bit strength. But the center is now important. So that's also very interesting. In Go, when the heat of the battle focuses in one side, on one area,
Yes.
playing somewhere else can be a huge mistake. So this locally might give you a couple of points, but it's not the area that's important.
But how do I know which area is important?
Well, that of course depends on what strategies you're using and what's going on in the game. In this case, the center has been becoming increasingly important because, well, black is making a framework and white is spending all these moves to, try to make something in the center.
Yeah, but I find it really hard to see because how I see it is, black has made points here, points here, and this center, this is like the 2 sides are completely open. So how can you say?
Yeah. Well, the idea that you had before was quite interesting. White is aiming at this kind of move all the time because this one by black feels a bit low. So white wants to pressure black down and at the same time make something in the center. So this creates a lot of possibilities. For example, black will respond here or here, and white has a lot of other moves around that can both attack and make territory or make a framework. It's difficult for white to actually solidify it because it's very open,
Yeah.
but it's also very difficult for black to invade. So it's a very interesting game now. If black would start to invade, it would probably go very wrong. Do you see why?
No, white just plays here, I think.
This would be very submissive.
Really?
Yes.
But I think you take a lot of territories.
You do, but there's still a lot of holes. Like here you have all kinds of agi. Later you can try here or here. You can frame it in and reduce it a lot. You see? So
yeah,
it,
but
it,
there will
it
still
won't-
be a lot left.
Well, it looks very big to the eye, but if black gets all kinds of reducing moves, then in the end you will see that only this square here, that will be points. And that's
Okay.
maybe 20 points. Maybe. But black will get a lot in return. If black will get all kinds of moves here and here, he will easily have 20 points as well.
Really? 3, 6, 9, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Strange.
So this kind of move you would have to attack as white. White spends so many moves in the center and black has none. Black has
but
one.
how can you attack this move?
Mhm.
Because you can connect to here, to there, and
Well, even just extending here, making territory, would be an indirect attack. It would-
but now black can go in.
That's true. If black would go in, it would be a bit of a pain in the ass, but you would have another move here, you would make territory, and still it's not safe. Black is still not alive. You see?
No,
So-
I don't see it.
Okay, well, maybe you learn that when you play more games, and you will see that it's not about making territory immediately most of the time. You can get something by strength or
Okay, so play a lot is important. Play a lot of games.
Sure, if you play a lot, then you'll get experience. So, well, I'd say, how was it? It was like this.
Yes, so you said you...
Yeah, I was explaining why this move is very interesting instead of this. So this one immediately invokes White reacting here. It's a thank you move. It's the only move that White's thinking about, just pop. Okay, there it's easy, I create something. White will immediately play here. So,
Okay.
as Black, you will have to have a follow-up plan. And now, there is no follow-up locally. So, why Black plays here is to, well, if White just reacts,
Yes.
he has something that locally works nicer into that direction. Because there's no cut, this shape is very nice, you
Okay,
can't cut
and
it.
if White plays here, Black plays here, and then suddenly...
Yes, suddenly this is completely destroyed and White is making something, but at the same time he's destroying his own potential and territory.
Okay.
So instead of here, because of this move, you can now play here. See that?
Yep, I see.
So you always have to think ahead. If I play this, which looks like the normal move, what will happen? White will immediately answer, and what will you have? What will you get by this? So you can't really, you don't have a nice follow-up. Always think a few steps ahead. What will my follow-up be?
Yeah, but how do you know what your opponent will play, Murugandi?
You don't. But in cases like this, it's very probable that your opponent will play such a move, because it looks very nice for him, isn't it? It's perfect.
Now that you showed it, yes, but if I would have Black in this position,
Mm-hmm.
I would not think that White wants to play here. I would think he wants to defend these stones.
Well, I think that's all about shapes and recognizing certain patterns. It becomes natural after a time.
Okay,
You know?
so you think if I play a lot of games on KGS that I will
Yes.
see this in the future?
Yes, you will develop a feeling for it.
Okay.
Okay. So what happened now? Yeah, what I showed. Black jumps here now.
Yeah.
And this now aims at going through here.
Out, yeah. So.
Yeah. But at the same time,
Here.
here you say.
Yeah. So you block it and you look a little bit to this. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, this move is very loose. It's not strong. So.
No, thank you very much, Murugandi.
No, I don't mean it like that. It's something that, if you can see locally, that this shape looks a bit suspicious, doesn't it?
Why? It looks nice.
It looks weird. Well,
Weird?
now look. If you have a wall like this, you would want your other stone to be far away, right?
Okay. Yes. Yes. That.
So this one looks like it's too close to the other stones, and also later there are all kinds of agi possibilities. You see, there you have the shape is weird, so a lot can happen. So in this case, you would want to play solid and attack, really grasp somebody like this, and not just I want to. You see, you have to really grasp somebody and not be very loose and okay, I will go back and you can do your plan.
Okay, but this is not grasping. This is forcing your opponent to play a move that he wants to play.
That's why that's why White also didn't answer in this area.
Okay.
Because this stone is still very important. So if White will just push Black, it will be painful. So White locally doesn't have any good moves around this area. So what White did was he just played very solid.
But is this also like submissive?
Yeah, it might look submissive, but at the same time it makes a lot of territory. So this is all secured now. There's nothing that Black can do to destroy this, if there's not a strange go or anything. Yeah?
Okay, but Black will play this move now.
Yes, Black will go out. Yeah, to try to make these stones look weird.
Yeah.
In the center.
Yeah.
So it's like this.
Okay.
And well, you might expect black to hane to make it very difficult for white, but black didn't. And while this is very difficult, you probably have to yeah, count it all out and really read it. It's because there's still a cut.
Yes, I would cut immediately.
Yeah, exactly. So
I always cut and then think.
that's a good approach to become strong.
Really?
Yeah, to just keep cutting, keep fighting, and that way you train your reading skills. So if you really want to become strong, play a lot and play very aggressively. Just try to fight.
But I cut, but I don't read.
Nah, that's a problem. Always try to read.
Okay. I will
Okay.
try and we'll come.
And for people who already think they are good at fighting, try to play calm. Play calm moves, play Honte moves.
But well, if you're good at fighting, then you should play Wilder, I think.
Well, of course, if you're good at fighting, that is very nice for your style.
Yes.
But it's always very important to have a balance in your game. So if you know that you're already very good at fighting, try to also, become better at what you're not so good at, which is maybe shape moves, playing very solid. All
So
these kind of things.
you say you should focus on what you're not good at and not focus on what you're good at.
Yes, if you want to
But
become
in
stronger, then
in our
definitely.
society, people always focus on what they're good at, so that everybody specializes. Or
Yeah.
not?
Now, eventually, you have to see it like this. If you want to become stronger and improve yourself, then it would be nice to get rid of your weaknesses to become better at what you're not good at, right? But eventually, if you are satisfied with your own level, then you can, of course, play the way you think you're best. So if you
Or think you best or like most.
both, of course, if you like a certain style, then by all means, play. Play that kind of style. It's all about the mindset. Do you want to become better? Then try to work on the things you're not good at.
Do you think people should focus on trying to be better or focus on having fun?
Oh, that's not up to me to say. People who just want to have fun, that's fantastic. Play the game and enjoy it. If you want to become better, that's also great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still try to be better because you're all very good?
Well, thank you. I don't think I'm very good, but I still try to work on my game.
Okay.
So this will immediately lead to a cut. It's very dangerous. So what black did, he just
Here? Not.
you might think so, but if white would play here, that would immediately invoke this kind of move, and you would have two problems. This doesn't completely fence off the area, and there's still if white doesn't respond, black will just go through. So white just played here now.
Okay, it's the tigers.
Yes,
Okay.
tiger mouth is very strong locally, and white is now winning the battle of the center because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really strong moves in this area, and black doesn't have any moves that really influence the center.
Okay, and also all these moves didn't make any territory for black.
Yes, exactly. That's very important. When you're attacking, try to gain something out of it. Try to gain territory or influence or something that can help you. What black did here was only reduce white. He only flattened white a bit, but he didn't gain anything in return. Whereas white gained strength in the center.
Okay, so you think white is ahead now?
That's hard to say, because black still has a huge moyo, but I would prefer to play with white, yes. Because white has a lot of cash, has a lot of points already, here as well, and he has strength. So he has both. Whereas what black has is a couple of points here, a couple of points here, but not as much as white, and he doesn't have influence. So this can all still be reduced.
Okay.
Okay, so
So is now the opening over and are we going to enter the middle part of the game?
This is late opening, so the opening is almost done, but I would say that middle game is now now starts.
How do you know when you're still in the opening and when the middle game starts? Are there any guidelines to?
Well, that's also very difficult to say. Normally the opening takes about 100 moves.
But here we're still
Yeah, here
a lot
we're
less.
Yeah, a lot less. Now it's still somehow opening, but what will happen now is that both players will have to fight. Black is kind of behind, so he will have to resist now. He will have to do something back. He will have to fight back. So it will become messy.
I understand, but
Yeah.
generally, so not talking about this game, are there any? are there any? How do you know when the opening is over and the middle game start, or is it not important? You just play the good move
It's not very important
to know in which phase you are.
No, it's not. You just have to focus on finding the right moves, trying to find the correct move. It's if you want to win or become stronger, or even if you just want to enjoy the game, try to focus on solely the question: what would be the correct move now?
Okay, I find it nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's find the correct move.
Yeah.
Okay, so black sees that white takes the center. Should he go try to limit it, or should he change his strategy and focus on territory?
Well,
Because white has strength but no
Mhm.
territory, so he could make him black a big move now here.
you mean black?
Yeah.
Black can
Yeah.
play a big move. The point is that, like I said before, white is trying to make something in the center now. So if black will just secure his corner, he will locally only reinforce this part. Whereas black is trying to go for the center, so this move seems really logical. It's like, if you play there, okay, I play here. Right? So now he tries to make this work together and make this stone look really low.
Okay, so this really helps because of this. So
Yeah.
so black has now an easy choice. He should now play here.
Yes, that would be a better move, I think.
Okay. Did he play there?
In like a couple of moves, he does. He
Ah.
does, yeah.
But not immediately.
No, not immediately. He first keeps playing here a bit.
Why is this an important area?
Locally, this is the heat of the battle, so they were fighting in this area. And this is still open, so, well, you can choose as black to play here immediately, which I think is also a fine strategy. But black tried to test white to see what his reactions would be.
So he plays this also take him out.
Yeah, you actually might think so, because that looks really nice. It's very strong. But there are a couple of shape problems again. If white will just respond as well, like this, and it continues in this fashion, then locally it's very hard for black to go in here. Do you see that? What black doesn't really.
Because white has a move here for free.
White can always peep. So if black would, for example, play this, then this is very painful. It will just cut the stones off and it doesn't work. So that's why these shape moves are now not very effective. Black doesn't gain much. He only gives white strength again in the center, what white wants. And this becomes solidified. So this is not very effective, so black chooses to immediately play here, which is also nice. He saw that this doesn't work, and then there, that doesn't work, so why not skip this and play there immediately?
I know this from the series of Catalin Terrano. He said play moves A, B, C, then start with C.
Start with C, yes. Most of the time that's best. There are, of course, cases where it's just good to play it out. But if you see that this doesn't work, and it will end with this move, but it doesn't give you anything, then play there immediately. It's better.
But now, if white plays here, you can cut here or here.
Yeah. Well, you mean if white peeps here?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a cut locally, but the cut is again not very.
Oh,
realistic.
because of this move. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So you can
It's
go
the same,
through and-
exactly the same. Is.
Yeah.
So then it looks actually, suddenly it looks good to me.
It looks nice, but it's also very simple because what this does is invite this move. Like I showed before, it's a move that white will play immediately. Something that he is waiting for. If black will play this, okay, I just take the obvious point. Yeah. Do you see? It still fences black
so
in, and
this even gets better for white.
yes, yes.